Well, this evening we wish to greet all of you who have joined us here for our meeting this evening, and also for those who will be listening to us on a recording at some time in the future. And so we want you to know also right from the beginning here that we are independent NECAN wellness consultants, and that we are independent of NECAN, and working with other leaders to present these presentations about NECAN, about which we are so passionate. And so when we first heard about NECAN, I'm going to share with you my story a little bit. I'm Ruth Williams, and I have with me Elaine Connolly, and I will be introducing her in a moment. And so Dennis and I have been in NECAN for over 24 years. And it seems like just yesterday that we were saying that NECAN was unbelievable. And that wasn't in a very good tone of voice, because we didn't believe it at all. We were totally skeptical. And we heard about the income that was being made. We said no one can make that kind of income over that period of time unless the products were very effective. But of course, that was after we had said that it was unbelievable, and we were very skeptical. We didn't believe the stories that the folks had been telling us about getting results so fast. And so we actually didn't listen for about 6 months. It was 6 months, and then we were also so busy that Dennis was working all the time. He was working all the time a car dealership in Yakima, Washington. In addition to that, he was a professional singer, square dance caller, doing his church callings, and hardly any time for any family. We had 3 kids in college, so we didn't have any money either. And excuse me, he was, and we had 3 kids in college, 1 sort of son that I was homeschooling. We had 2 daughters that we had adopted, Whitney and Chas, and they were darling little girls at about 3 and 4 years old at the time. And when we finally realized the value of NECAN, because Dennis heard another audio as he was driving home, he was listening to a different one, and somebody was interviewing this guy named Dave, and he asked him how much money he was making. And when Dave answered, Dennis just got really excited. His ears perked right up. And he came home, told me, and I said, wow, those products have to work or you can't make that much money. We've got to find out about this. So Dennis arranged for us to meet with this Dave guy in Yakima. And so what we wanted to know were 2 things. We wanted to know about if the company was solid. We wanted to know how the products worked. So when we met with this Dave, we asked him those things, and he told us about how solid the company was, and we found that unbelievable as well. And so let me just change the slide here. It was let us know that it was an international company from Japan, and that it was already 16 years old. And wow, we would have been excited if it had been 2 years. And then we asked him about the products and how they worked. We just couldn't understand how you could get results that fast with magnets even. And when he told us, what he told us wasn't too helpful. He said, real good, ha, ha, ha. And so we couldn't get any answers out of that. And so, but he did tell us that the company was very, very solid. And so we were excited about that. And as on this screen, you can also see my friend Elaine Connolly. And I will introduce her a little bit more. She's going to be telling you about her story in a bit, but I had her picture up here, so I wanted to tell you that's who that is. So after we learned about NECAN, we used the products, we got results, others got the results too. And so we knew that we had found products would make a lifetime mission for us about making a difference in the lives of other people. We are very excited about that. But we still didn't have any time, and so we had to squeeze some time in to build a NECAN business. I wanted to share that with you because sometimes people think they don't have time to do NECAN. I don't think anybody was ever any busier than we were. We squeezed in 3 hours each week to build a NECAN business, and we just shared the story with them, with other people that came to hear us, and and then the other people that were there, they would share the stories that they had, and nobody could really keep their mouth shut about the results that they had with these NECAN products. So, knowing about NECAN and working at NECAN changed our lifestyle, changed our budget, and we feel that using these products on a daily basis has really changed our lives. Over the last 20 years, it made a profound difference in the health we have now. If Dennis had some real health challenges, and he probably thinks he probably wouldn't even have been here without the NECAN products. And so we are still about the same. We still can't keep our mouths shut. We love sharing these news about these products with other people, because we know that there are people out there who need them, some of them desperately, and some of them just so that they will have a more satisfying life over all the rest of their life. And so wanted to also let you know that, let me change the slide again, that we've seen challenges in many lives, and they've become more and more prominent over the years. Excuse me. And they've been on the news, and these are a different type of problems that people have. They're not infections, they are chronic disease. And a lot of those are from toxins. And we really think that there are answers that we have for them. And we can kind of consider them like lifestyle diseases rather than an infection. And so by using the NECAN products, people have been able to find some answers to those. And since one of those chronic diseases and factors is our toxins, where are we getting all these toxins? Well, one of the main ones is from the water. We have to take control of what we're drinking and using on our bodies at the tap. And so we commonly see some of these epidemic diseases in our infants, children, and adults. That environmental working group, that's what this EWG is, .org, online, and it talks a lot about toxins and about water and different things where we're getting some of these toxins. As you can see, chlorine, almost everybody has chlorine in their water, and that's one of the main ones, and it's a factor in the top 2 of the 4 main diseases that and toxins that are in our water here. But basically, we just want you to realize that these things are health stealers, and so we want to be able to take control at the tap of our air and of our water. I want you to know also that bottled water is simply not an answer. As I made a little picture here of a water bottle, and it not only has a lot of the same toxins in it, it also has the BPA that's leached in from the plastic bottles, especially when it's been sitting around for who knows how long in the back of hot trucks and in hot buildings. And so this is not an answer. And besides that, it's very expensive. So everyone needs a different answer than that. And I think we have one. Now, we just talked about the water, but there's the toxins in the air and pollutants. And out here right now, a lot of pollutants that are just driving people crazy with their allergies. A lot of people are allergic to animals, and so having an answer for that is going to be important. Another kind of issue that causes a problem are the sleep issues that people have. And then stress is just impacts almost everybody, I suppose. So we do need some answers here. And we are grateful that we at NECAN have them. And so here we have a slide that says, enter NECAN. Protecting the environment of your family is vital. But NECAN has the vital elements necessary for health. And now I would like to introduce one of our friends far away. We have a lot more friends now that we have NECAN. We have them all over the country, and some of them all in the different places in the world because of NECAN. When people move away from here, we still have some of these people for friends. And so we want you to realize that this is one of the things that might make a difference in your life. The more we strengthen and protect our health, the better off we will be, in addition to having more friends. Talking with Dr. Naidu is a friend that we got right from NECAN. But Elaine Connolly is a super RN, a great friend, and has a fantastic story. So Elaine, why don't you go ahead and take over, and let's hear your story.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Elaine Conley. I'm a registered nurse, and I have an integrative health practice in Brecksville, Ohio, that's south of Cleveland. And I was introduced to NECAN in the year 2000. And it was through a close friend who knew that I was looking for a business that I could do from home. My story that got me to the year 2000 is that as a chief nursing officer in a large community hospital in Cleveland, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I went through traditional treatment in 1992, no radiation. And about the time that I should have been going back to work, I woke up one morning and I had blue feet. And what happened with me was I started clotting numerous parts of my body in the arterial system. And when all was said and done, I had 5 surgeries in 3 years. I have an artificial aorta and artificial femoral arteries that go down into both legs. And in 1996, I was given a prescription for a wheelchair and told that I would never walk normally again. At that time, I prayed for a solution, and I struggled. I could only walk about 500 feet at a time without excruciating back and leg pain because my muscles were demanding for more blood flow than I had. I only had about 78% blood flow to my lower legs. And so that's why I started looking for a business, but I was also looking for approaches that would help mediate some of the symptoms that I had. And without knowing it, I was migrating into the energy field. I did Reiki, I did Tai Chi, I started massage therapy, aromatherapy, creative imagery. I started working on my mind with biofeedback and different tapes. And so that when I was introduced to NECAN, it wasn't a big leap for me to look at the energies of the earth and the energies of the sun with the magnetics and the far infrared. When I was introduced to NECAN, I looked at NECAN initially as a business, and I saw a catalog, and I got excited because it was about energy and I had none. And so I recontacted my friend and I said, I'm in. Get me connected to NECAN, and I want everything that they have in the catalog, and I had not seen one product. I did that on the basis of NECAN, the company. As a chief nursing officer, plus my dad owned his own business, with the knowledge and training and information that I had, looking at NECAN, I saw at that time a 25-year-old company in about 27 countries around the world at that time, doing billions in sales in energy products. And as I mentioned before, I had none, and I had all kinds of issues physically. So the 5A1 Dun & Bradstreet rating told me that I was dealing with a very sound company with good business practices. And then I looked at the product lines, and they made sense to me. At that time, NECAN had the magnetics and the far infrared and a small line of nutritional products. And so I got all in, and then I decided that I was going to use all the products when they came. In the meantime, I did give up my chief nursing officer position because I could only walk about 500 feet. I took over a vice president for rehab services and therapy services at the hospital and helped them grow a lot of the outpatient services at that time in the late 90s. So enter Niken. The first experience I had with Niken was with the sleep system. I hadn't slept well for the previous 7 years because of leg challenges, because of that circulation, and then I was also on tamoxifen. So I tell people I had those power surges that made me hot and cold. So I only slept about 2 to 3 hours at a time, and then I would wake up and go back to bed. So when the Niken products came, I put the sleep system on my bed, and I went to bed at 11 o'clock. And the next time I woke up, the clock said 5:30 in the morning, and it was a digital clock, and I thought there had been a power surge problem. So I got up and looked at another clock, and indeed I had slept close to 6 hours without waking up. Looked in the mirror, I had a crease on my cheek, and I thought I was in heaven. And from that moment on, you know, I've gotten a sound sleep, and I don't wake up very much during the night either. My next product experience was with the magnetic insoles. I have neuropathy, not from diabetes, but from nerve damage in my right foot. My right leg was cut open from my knee to my ankle. And basically, I recovered that, did away with the pain in 3 days. Ruth has gone on to another lifestyle slide here. And what I'm explaining to you is that my daily choices and habits determine the quality of life. And as I blended all of the Niken products and the offerings over the past 16 years that I've been connected to Niken, my health has just gotten better and better, and the quality of my life is a lot better too. Humans being more, basically, is a tagline of Niken's. We have a training program online and also in person at various major events across the country. And we can attend that as consultants, and our guests are free also. But bottom line is our choices determine our behavior, determine our results. If I continue to have poor choices with food, with lifestyle, with putting toxins in my body, I'm going to end up with a body under stress, and I'm not going to have that lifestyle of health and joy. So small choices, consistency, and time make a radical difference.
Oh, this was a film.
And then
I was supposed to run this before. Let's go ahead and run this, and then get onto the product some more. Okay.
Okay.
Water, food, sunlight, sleep. We all need these life-giving elements. Nature provides them in abundance, and she shows us how to use them. We experience this life together, the discovery of who we are, and the journey of finding a truly purposeful life. Living fully empowered, day in and day out. We're always looking for those things that can make our life better. At Niken, our life mission is to inspire people to discover a better way of life and to provide everyone the means to make a life that is their own. Niken provides balance through imaginative technologies that are holistic and pure in nature, like our patented magnet technology and our natural materials. You will create a wellness home where you can thrive and prosper. The Niken approach is about harmonizing the way life in nature is, where you can give back and receive. We all deserve to be happy, fulfilled, and financially secure. Together, we can imagine creating a better world through mind, body, family, society, and finances. A life in balance, just like nature intended.
There's all your products for you.
So I love that film because it just is rejuvenating. That's what life is all about. I mentioned the sleep system that I used. With the magnetics, I used every single product technology, as Niken came out with new products every year. And within 2 years, every single issue that I had health-wise was greatly improved, if not eliminated. And by PBR studies, my blood flow to my lower legs went from 78% to 100%. So I can't say enough about the products. Because of my experience as a registered nurse, I decided to open an integrative health practice, and I still have that open, and I take care of people and pets. The Niken water system, this is what is needed by everybody nowadays. Most people and pets are dehydrated because, as you've already mentioned, Ruth, you're not going to hydrate on tap water or if you're osmosis bottled water, distilled water. And the waterfall that Niken has is for your drinking water on the right-hand side of the screen. And most people don't realize, but you absorb most of the chlorine and contaminants through the skin in your shower and by way of your respiratory tract. So a shower filter is very much needed. In the center is the Niken Sport water bottle, and that's for your water filtration away from home. If you take that bottle, throw it into a landfill, it'll be gone in 60 to 90 days, and it's totally biodegradable. You just buy the bottle once and you change the inside filter in the spout. The Niken Waterfall has 4 to 5 stage filtration, and Erin Bakovich was on the Late Show with Stephen Colbert in February, and she said that nowadays we all need a negative exchange resin filter, ion exchange resin filter, and that's what technology that Niken has: charcoal, zeolite, and a ceramic filter medium. And then it passes through a magnetic field, which sequesters the water, which is going to hydrate you. And what's most important is that it results in 8.5 to 9.5 pH water. And in order to have any inflammation or to have cancer cell grows within your body, you need to be in an acidic state. And all of the wellness home approaches that Niken has, from the sleep system to the water filtration, air system, whole food nutrition, light and energy, help your body to stay into an alkaline state of health.
There's our energy once. Energy.
Oh, wow. And you can see in the right-hand corner, the feet that are blue. That was probably what mine looked like if they would have done thermography, but they don't, in Western medicine, they do not use that technology. But there were studies done by Michael Weintraub in New York University on the insoles. And what you see on the left is the diabetic cold legs and neuropathy. And then after the magnetics, you can see the increased blood flow. And that's phenomenal. And that's after 4 hours. So the whole point of this is these products do not heal or cure. What they do is they put your body into a human greenhouse. And your body is created to balance itself. So on the left-hand side, you see the magnetic products with the power bands for your wrist and then necklaces, the back magnet that looks like a mud flap, and for back discomfort. And by wearing the insoles and a back magnet, you create a magnetic field between your feet and your back and basically increase strength and stability. And by research, magnetics helps increase blood flow and also straighten out any aberrant or irregular signaling that's in the body. And guess what? That's what the toxin buildup does in your body. The first 2 body systems that tumble with toxicity is the nervous system and the hormonal system. So that's why we're seeing a lot of hypothyroidism. That's why we're seeing an increase in Parkinson's incidence. And that's why you hear so much about ADD and autism because of the severe signaling problems that are within the system. To the middle of the screen, you see the insoles. And once I put those insoles in my shoes, I've never been without them. Anytime I'm upright on my feet, I have them on. And then because I have the challenge in my right leg, I also wear the insoles at night and put socks on over them. So amazing results, but believable outcomes that I've seen, not only with myself, but with my family, my pets. And I realize the value of what we have with Niken.
We sure do.
Now, the Vital Balance, this is such a wonderful, all-comprehensive supplement that Niken has come out with. It's more than a protein meal replacement. It's a functional food. It's a unique formula designed to support all of the body's processes. It includes ingredients to burn fat, boost metabolism, promoting healthy brain function, and natural toxin elimination. It's vegetable protein. It also has probiotics to assist digestive and immune system activity. And the beauty of this is less than 1 gram of sugar. It has real vanilla in it for the vanilla flavor, and also the chocolate has a chocolate flavor from cocoa. So there's no added preservatives, salt, sugar, or artificial flavors. Because, and the most important, I think, part of this is that it has medium chain triglycerides, which helps promote that healthy brain function. And there's a lot of other benefits. With all the ingredients that are in the Vital Balance this shake, if you went to a health food store, you would pay over $120, $130 for all those ingredients. But Nikan's is very reasonably priced, and I know most everybody that belongs to Nikan is on it.
It's delicious. Wow, I love it. Mostly I love what it does for my brain.
And the whole food nutrition line, I can't say enough about. Because of my history and all my health challenges with stage 3 cancer, basically as all the Nikan whole food supplements came out, I put myself on them. So I'm on everything except the men's product and the pet products. And I do that for a particular reason. I advise my clients that if there is a need to supplement, that they need to consider the supplements as part of their food plan. My refrigerator looks a lot different. My cupboard looks like a lot different, my food pantry. And the whole thing about it is to have that good whole food supplements for that. On the left are the jade greenzymes, and there are numerous benefits to that. But basically, it's the highest alkalizing food on the planet. By research, it repairs the DNA of the cell. That's what cancer is. For people and pets, and I always tell people, it's not just people that need to get better, it's our pets. My oldest cat died at 21, my dog died at 20, and my next cat died at 17. So they lived in a wellness home and they were on a good number of the nutritionals. And the next one to the right of that is the joint formula. This is a specialized formula that has acetaminophen in it. If you do a Google search on CMO, you will find about the remarkable properties for a natural anti-inflammatory for your joints. And again, as people age, we need that lubrication with good PIMAG alkaline water, but we also need the joint formula. The immunity in the middle of the screen is a 14 different special mushroom formula, and it basically has rare species, and it's an immune balancer, not a stimulant. It is a whole food, and it's kosher and organic certified. The progesterol.
We're going to have to look at some of those on another evening. I wanted you to especially cover the greenzymes. I knew you use that so much for yourself and your animals.
Exactly.
But I always like people to know that's not all we've got, and we will have another call another day. So if that's okay, we'll go ahead and talk about making choices just a bit here.
And this is most important, as I'm a registered nurse, but I also have a nursing home administrator's license. And I can tell you that our choices deliver the future that we live out. And so this picture depicts the same woman, the same age, but with different choices. And we all have a path in life, and we have to determine which one we're going to take. I'm seeing more and more clients in my practice between 20 and 30 years old that are developing issues, chronic issues, and then others that want to ward off what their parents and their grandparents are dealing with. So by using the products, that's the first introduction to Nikan. And I have yet to say that I have not had anybody not have a significant experience with the Nikan products, but they work 100% of the time. Nikan's offering is a holistic approach to life. It's based on the philosophy of balance, and in order to have balance in your life, you you have healthy pillars of health: healthy mind, healthy body, healthy family, healthy society, and healthy finances. And healthy finances support everything else. It's all about living a life of balance.
Awesome. I agree 100%. What a great presentation you do, and sharing of your story. So everyone out there, we invite you, and we do so rather passionately, because we're passionate about these products. We know that they will help people out everywhere. People know people who have a drastic need for Nican. And someone knows someone who has that. And so to begin with, we invite you to become a customer. Talk with the person who has invited you to come up on the call, and arrange so that you will be able to find out about their website page, where you could just conveniently be able to order these products who are priced with fantastically great prices for the value you get. As just absolutely amazing to us. And so right now, we would be wishing you well, and hoping that you will get to the page and on these products, so that the path that you choose will keep you well and healthy. And so right now, it's Elaine Connolly and I, Ruth Williams, signing off, hoping and wishing that you have realized the value of 10-4 we have here on the screen, and also the total value of Nican. So good night, 10-4.
Good night, everyone.